Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to episode 33 of the Frisky Whiskey.
I'm dying over here.
Stop dying. Mike D. Starting the episode off dying.
I'm dying over here. But maybe what I have here is going to help me get better very quickly.
I mean, whiskey is the cure to many things.
It was back in the day.
It was.
So today's episode, is episode 33?
I think so.
That's crazy, man.
Last time I checked.
That's crazy. And we've had some good episodes leading up to this recently. We had some guests back-to-back, the Under 20 with Viv. And then
Shout out to Viv.
And then we did the Purple Top Willet, and we had a very special guest, Rob the Cigar Guy.
Yeah, Rob from Fox Cigar.
So those were fun shows that we did. So today, we're actually doing something a little bit different.
We are. We're changing it up a little bit. We're stepping outside of the country.
We've talked about them a little bit.
We
actually talked about this country a lot to a certain degree.
Yeah.
Not in detail, but we've mentioned them. So we are actually going to be doing Canadian whiskeys today. So today's show is Canada.
Yeah, that's appropriate.
So it's appropriate. So we got two ryes and one whiskey.
Yep.
And so we're gonna have I think this is gonna be really good. You know, we kept saying Canada every time we read the history of something, either a whiskey moved to Canada, during Prohibition. So, I think it's gonna be interesting. There's a rich history of whiskey in Canada.
Yep.
So I think we're gonna get into this right now. What do you think?
Let's do it.
Jump into it. So we have this first one here, and this is a really cool bottle.
I love that bottle, actually.
I mean, this is, like I said, I'm definitely going to use the first swear jar in my family.
Yeah.
And that thing will be filled up within about 2 days.
Yeah, but then you just go to, your local Walmart, dump it out of that little change
plus thing. Yeah, that thing's awesome.
Give away 10 cents on the dollar.
Right, that's okay. As long as I'm not rolling those damn pennies, man. But this is a very cool bottle. We have swear jar. And the other whiskeys we're doing today, too, is also Three Fingers High and Treaty Oak. But we're going to focus on our swear jar here.
We're going to start up here with swear jar.
And hopefully people can see this. This is really a cool bottle.
It is a cool bottle.
It kind of reminds me of an old milk bottle, too, at the same time.
Right? That's kind of what I thought, too. Yeah. And I'm pretty sure it's glass, but they have like a coating on it, which is kind of cool.
Yes, it is kind of cool.
So this one, this is a 6-year out of Québec. And I picked this one up, specifically I picked this one up over at Total Wine, local. Bro, I know, that cap is nuts. It's huge.
That's where you had to go.
So this one's only $25. Okay. It's 80 proof, so it's kind of on the lower side of the whiskey proofing.
And from what I learned when I was doing my research, most of the Canadian whiskeys are 80 proof. That is their thing.
Yeah,
that is a normal thing for them.
So another interesting thing about this particular company is they offer a lot of flavored whiskeys, which is interesting. Things like candied green apple, maple donut, etc. But they also have a 10-year whiskey. I did not see that though.
And I didn't see it on the website, or I didn't see. It's funny because I saw that, but I couldn't find it. It's not on their website listed, but I think Total Wine actually has it.
Well, so when I was over there, this is the only one they had. They didn't even have any of the flavored ones. So maybe it's just going to the right Total Wine, I guess. I don't know. You gave yourself a little bit more.
I make it even the whole way through.
Okay, so
I'm going to say this right now. Bottle's cool, but it is a difficult bottle to pour from.
It is, yeah. I'm seeing you drip over there.
But when I took it over here, you got to put the whole lip inside the glass.
Yeah.
Okay, so I just learned my lesson trying to be quick on that one.
So now we couldn't really discover any real history about this.
No, not at all.
As far as I know, they're relatively new to the game.
Mm-hmm. Out of Quebec.
Out of Quebec. They do make, these are blends, so these are blended Canadian whiskeys.
Yes.
No idea on the blends, any of that stuff.
Nope.
I will say that they do have some interesting flavored whiskeys.
Yes.
We don't know what they taste like, but they have interesting ones. And I mentioned them earlier, the candied green apple, the maple donut. And then I think they have other ones that are typical for whiskeys.
That maple donut looks interesting.
I know, it looks awesome.
And they have cocktail recipes for it.
Yeah.
That caught my attention, too. I mean, we may have to do a Canadian cocktail hour.
Well, that'd be fun. You get a couple of those flavored ones from, like, Crown Royal, Swear Jar, just see how they make up good cocktails.
Is Ken the BA kind of Canadian? Do we make fun of him about being Canadian? Is he? No, he's Rhode Islandish.
Yeah, he's Rhode Island.
Same thing.
No, well, hey, I'm from Mass, dude.
You guys should be annexed off the thing and take your freaking Patriots and go.
Oh, Jesus. Anyways, so what we should be getting for a nose on this is oak, ginger, clove, and vanilla. So pretty simple profile. It's actually really light.
It's very light. The ginger is probably in there. Clove, I'm not getting. Clove's a very distinctive thing. Maybe you're a kid, you smoked those clove cigarettes.
I did.
Yeah, everyone. It's part of your right.
But also, like,
kid,
the holiday ham with the cloves.
The cloves in it. But it has that flavor, though.
Yeah, there's that specific smell. So on the taste, it says rich caramel and pepper. So again, a really simple 6-year Canadian blend. You gotta tell me what you think. It smells interesting.
That is. That's interesting. I guess that's caramel.
There's caramel and there's some pepper.
Yeah. The pepper. Oh, the pepper's all in my mouth right now. It's an interesting.
I'm not in love with it.
No.
There's
I like the bottle more.
There's a flavor.
There's something in there. Yeah, I don't. You know what? I got had a handful of goldfish before the show started.
No. There's definitely like, I don't know. There's like a flavor to it that I can't quite put my finger on, and it's
different. Now, look, we decided not to do Crown Royal tonight. Everyone knows Crown Royal.
Yeah.
I mean, it's probably one of the most recognizable brands in the world as liquor goes.
Yep.
So we decided not to do that. Although the rye is very good. If you ever had the Crown Royal, it's really good.
I really do enjoy Crown Royal.
Yeah, it's very good. It's a very good whiskey.
But you're right. For a Canadian whiskey one, I wanted to do stuff that people might not know about.
Yeah, I mean they do make, and you mentioned this to me when we were talking about this earlier, they do make a lot of flavored. Every single Canadian whiskey makes a flavored or 4 or 5 flavors of whiskey.
I know, it's crazy.
Yeah, they love their flavors there. Canada has such a rich history of whiskey. I don't know the whole story of them, but I know that you can blame Canada for helping ending prohibition among other things at that time period. That was also to the end of prohibition. But if it wasn't for Canada, there'd be no whiskey. Right. There'd be no whiskey, and besides the 3 or 4 people that had that doctor note thing to make whiskey, the doctor note.
That's true. They did. They did a lot of smuggling.
They made bank too, by the way. I was looking on that. It was a very prosperous time for Canada.
Yeah, yeah.
They loved prohibition. They were like, yeah, keep it up, America.
Keep it up. We're going to keep shipping it south.
Here's I pulled a couple of facts about Canadian whiskey. Okay. Canadian whiskey was the best-selling liquor category in the U.S. until 2010. So as a group, collective.
Is that kind of like when our big boom took off with craft distilleries
that's
and
when
stuff?
it made the turn, and everything just exploded with American whiskey.
It makes sense.
Yeah, it makes sense. And then the Hiram Walker's Distillery was one of the key suppliers during Prohibition. Al Capone being one of their biggest customers. Capone paid $7 a case and sold them in the U.S. for $75 a case.
Man, he was making bank.
That's why he got so rich.
Talk about a damn return right there, dude.
Oh, he made his bank. That's all he had to do. No wonder he was crazy with money and power. I mean, that's a hell of a markup, man.
Yeah, especially if you become big enough, you can just go up there and grab it, right? And then bring it right back down.
So I just pulled some things I was just seeing as I was trying to find things. But they have a great. Obviously, everybody knows about their beer. Yeah. They have great beer in Canada. Molson, great beer. It's funny, that Polar beer I bought. Yeah. I could have swore that was Canadian. It's not. I mean, I know all this time. Like I've had Polar over the years. Yeah. I've always thought it was a Canadian beer.
Where's it from?
Florida. It makes sense being called Polar.
And that's maybe like, I don't know.
It's a good beer.
It is.
It's a good beer. It's been around forever. Right. I just assumed. You don't have to assume, right? Make an ass out of you and me.
What? Is that how that works?
You never seen it before? Drink your whiskey,
What's that about?
Yeah, this is okay. I'm actually more curious about that maple donut. I have a feeling their flavored one's going to be maybe something a little more.
I think it would be better.
I mean, maybe the 10-year has a little more kick. I mean, look, it's 80 proof, and we kind of have a taste now for stuff that's a hell of a lot stronger.
Yeah, but I mean, like overall though, it's just kind of like one of those things. Like I'm not super stoked about it. I would probably not buy the regular one. I want to try the flavored one because I think it has a purpose. Yeah. But this one, there's a funk to it.
There's something that's different in there. I don't know if
it's like right on the side of my tongue, and I can't.
I don't know if that's ginger mixing with the caramel. And
I don't know.
I don't know. I'm not going to kill this. I'm going to add a little bit more and just throw some ice in there now and see what happens. Maybe that clove pops out more. I don't know.
But there's just a flavor. Like you do get the caramel. It is a little peppery, and then there's something there, and you can't quite explain it. But it's kind of disappointing. Yeah. Ooh, I almost
Watch
punched
it, watch
it.
it,
I almost
watch
punched it out of your hands.
There you go.
But I mean, it's $25. I mean, it's not like it.
Yeah,
It's
no.
not like we dropped a dime on this thing.
No.
And now we're disappointed with it.
I mean, for $25 the bottle, to me is worth it.
If anything, you get a cool
Yeah.
collectible out of it.
Oh, my daughter's gonna love that jar. Speaking of my daughter, went to her volleyball game today, and the Trinity Tigers won.
Heck yeah!
Won 2 in a row, going into the playoffs. They were hot.
Boom!
Hot.
Dang.
Yeah, but it was a good game today. They played hard. I'm really proud of those girls. So go Tigers! My daughter's first season playing volleyball. It might be her last too. She's
not really feeling it.
Nah,
she's in it for the participation.
Yeah,
at this point.
we told her to try it, see if she liked it. You know, she's more into her basketball. That's coming
Yeah.
up.
Well, you told me that she was like practicing basketball all the time and stuff when she was playing. When she was younger.
Yeah,
that was like her thing.
It was her thing. But I'm proud of those girls today. They played hard today. It was a fun game to watch. It really was. I was actually into it.
Especially for playoffs.
And luckily, it was supposed to be an away game down in Boynton. That was why I was warning you. I was going to tell you earlier. I was like, I don't know if I'm going to even do the show today.
Yeah.
Because the day we're recording. But luckily, something happened, and the league demanded it to be changed back to a home game here. I'm like, I don't know who this league is. It's like those people.
It's like the people
It's
demanded.
like the people. The people demanded it.
And next thing you know, it's a home game.
It's a home game. Thank God for those people. They're out there, man. All of them are out there.
Occasionally, the people speak proper.
Yeah, and the people spoke to have us do this, man.
I did.
They were just like, you got to try Canadian.
We were like, all right, I guess we're going to Canada.
We're going to Canada, man.
Don't know what it's about, but we're going there.
I had a good Canadian vanilla whiskey, JP Lossman, I think it's called. JP something. I know it's JP. Is it Lossman?
It's something like that.
Something like that. They make a really good vanilla whiskey. It's worth buying. It's like that's worth the money.
Yeah.
It also makes a good vanilla old fashioned.
Ooh.
So Canadian whiskeys is look. I mean, I was able to find a mash bill for one of them. Kinda. It's might be the mash bill for that. I'm not sure.
Janky.
A little janky, but they do a mash bill, right? So
Okay.
I mean, one of these are just the next one's 100% rye. That's their mash bill.
Yeah. They're just rye.
Right, rye.
They are rye.
Right. But yeah,
So-
no, even with ice, this is not really.
But the funkiness went away.
the funkiness. I just burped it. I don't know.
I don't know.
I think the ice made it worse.
Like-
This is just.
I wish I could explain what it was. I really don't know the flavor.
Yeah.
It's almost like it tastes off,
Yeah. Yeah.
but I know it's not.
Yeah. This is interesting. All right.
Maybe they got some of the label in there, like some of the paint got into the bottle, and now we're just tasting plastic.
Yeah. Yes. It tastes like that plastic you get from those water bottles sometimes.
Yeah. The
That's what it is.
non-BPA free
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah. I don't know if I can drink anymore. The ice really made it worse for me. Like I'm actually may have to draw a line in the sand here.
That bad? Huh?
Yeah. Yeah. I'm not digging it. I don't know. And I draw my lines now. I'm old.
It's
Old and
fair.
cranky?
It's fair.
I'm not really cranky.
Now the interesting part is that this has won awards. So I'm curious about that.
Like, is it one of those like street games that they're playing?
I don't know.
I don't know, like they went to like a local like Canadian village and they had like a whiskey contest and like only 2 people showed up.
Yeah, and it was just them and them.
And some guy who made like moonshine. It wasn't even whiskey at that point.
Yeah.
And they say they somehow won because it had color. If they're listening to me, they're gonna
We're tagging them, so I mean,
definitely gonna tag you. Yeah, look, we have to be honest. I mean, it's
that's
just,
part of it, though. I mean, it just doesn't have the right flavor.
Maybe the 10-year-old has a punch to it. Maybe the 10-year-old has something that we're not getting out of this.
Yeah.
I don't know if I think the 10-year-old's only $28 too. I mean, but still, I don't know if I'm gonna seek it out. I'm seeking out that maple donut though.
I'm interested in that. When you
I
get
want to make a bacon maple donut old fashioned.
Ooh, I like where your head's at with these.
Oh, yeah.
I like where your head's at with these.
You gotta think outside the box.
Remove the paradigm.
Out.
It has officially been yeeted.
Yep, it is. It is just not.
All right, let's get the rinse glass on here.
Oh yeah. All right, so football's going on.
Ball is cruising along.
My Cowboys won a big game last week.
Yeah, well, let's not call it a big game. It's not like the Patriots are putting up much of a fight these days.
It doesn't matter. And then the Bills kind of shut down Miami, kind of brought them back down to earth.
Yeah.
Fantasy football. I'm actually playing Ti this week, so make sure you root for the good guy here.
Me.
Ti is actually sitting in second place.
I am technically the underdog.
You are right now. I think you are.
I am technically. I
Well, based off the Yahoo
Yeah.
rating of your draft system.
yeah.
What am I doing?
I know.
The
Whiskey?
cat threw me off. All right.
Whiskey.
All right. But so good luck to you, sir, this
Yeah,
week.
good
And
luck.
I tip my hat to you, and I hope you lose.
I probably will.
So we're moving on to the next one. 3 Fingers High.
Yeah.
Why don't you talk about 3 Fingers?
Yeah. So 3 Fingers High. This is a 12-year rye. We don't have the same info on location as we did with the swear jar.
Unknown location, somewhere in Canada.
Somewhere in Canada. Somewhere in the woods of Canada. This one's 46.
Bigfoot distills it.
That's what he was doing in the woods. It's 80 proof, much like the swear jar. The mash bill on this is literally just rye. It is a rye whiskey and rye alone. So 3 Fingers High is a blend of 12-year-old 100% Canadian Rye Spirits and marries them with a variety of sherry casks for finishing. The spirits came from both pot still and continuous columns. They got their name, like the Canadian thing with the bartenders doing 3 fingers, and that's how much you got in your glass.
Yep, that's what it was basically named after.
That's how it's named. So I mean, it's kind of a cool heritage name, I guess.
It is,
I mean,
and
like a process that bartenders do.
Hey, look, if they're going through all this where they're doing the sherry casks, there's something about this, right?
Yeah.
And I read some reviews on this, and it had some decent reviews. It had some bad reviews.
See, it's mixed.
It has very mixed reviews.
Mixed.
In some reviews that were probably paid for, in my opinion, they were declaring this like the Canadians' answer to the Macallan.
But see, that is such a bold
that's
claim.
a bold. I mean, for how much was this one? 30.
This was 46.
$46. Now, price-wise, I didn't see too much of a flux there. Same thing with this one. There was, I think maybe I saw a small flux where it went to 50 at some places.
Yeah, but that's like still in the range.
Yeah,
If you're
yeah.
within $5
Yeah.
plus or minus.
So what we got for noses here, man?
So for our nose, we're going to do some rye, bacon spices, and caramel apples. And then I know we're going to kind of get right back into the taste. So that's going to be cinnamon, nutmeg, black pepper, and vanilla bean.
I'm gonna take a swig.
Oh, yeah, I forgot to. So, again, this one's a little bit
weird
more
flavor.
complex on the nose
Yes.
and the taste.
Yes.
And the
It's a
dogs
very,
are ready.
it's a very, the dog's going nuts, man. It's a very mellow, but you know what? There's more character to this smell.
There is.
There's a lot more character here.
the rye's there.
The rye's there. Caramel, yeah. Apple, I don't know. Spices and apple maybe are what's mixing for me right now,
Yeah.
but there's definitely something there. And it's pleasant. Like the other one wasn't pleasant to me. It wasn't ugly, but it wasn't pleasant either.
Well, it was kind of like
missing something.
it was there.
Yeah, it was
But it
there.
was just kind of like falling a little bit. So go ahead and give this one a go.
All right, here we go. Here, going in.
So cinnamon, nutmeg, black pepper, and vanilla bean.
The people demand this.
People demand us. All right, so were the haters right, or were the positive people right?
That is unique. That is good. Oh, I like this. I gotta go back in one.
Ooh,
That cinnamon's there.
Okay.
The little hint of nutmeg's there. That pepper's there. I think that smoothness is that vanilla bean that they're calling out. That is really good. That is okay for $45, $46.
Yeah.
That's a good whiskey. I would get that for somebody. I'd bring that to the house proudly. Say if you like your rye, this is a good drink. Mm-hmm. This is like an everyday rye, in my opinion.
I like it.
Yeah, this is good. Oh, I like
The nice part too is it's not
Good job.
the super high proof fries. So this is very much you can enjoy this neat.
Yeah,
It's
No,
not
this
going
is
to burn
tasty.
your face off or nothing.
Nope, no, this is tasty.
And it's like that slight rye spice on the
Yeah,
tongue.
yeah.
It's nothing crazy. It honestly the flavors mix really well. I will say though there is a little bit of like the flavor kind of dies off.
It does. It's a quick. It's a quick hit.
Yeah.
It doesn't sit. It doesn't. It doesn't.
It kind of is
it
there
just-
and then come.
it mellows
I'm
out.
done now.
Yeah,
I'm good.
but that's fine though. I like this.
I mean, it beats the whatever we had with the last one, that unknown flavor of plastic or moss or dirt or something, whatever it was that was there.
That's the reason why it's called potty mouth.
Maybe.
You're like, ah, fuck shit, piss, I just drank that.
All right, here's $1 into the swear jar.
Oh man, this is tasty though. I like this. This totally brought my whole. I was like almost gonna check out for the show, man.
No,
Like that
come
first one,
on.
I was like,
You know how it goes.
Yep. So I think we're going to have to go to Canada and discover where they're distilling this.
Yeah.
I think the people demand to know locations.
The people demand it.
Those Amish out there, man, they want to know. They want to know.
That's all of our listeners is on Amish.
Well, they get to use the computer like once a week for an hour, so they all sit around the computer and listen to our show
while they're building a barn.
Yeah, while they build a barn, they put the YouTube on and they watch us. And they listen to us very intensely. I've seen it.
You've seen it.
I've seen it.
We've been sending pictures.
I sent them a shirt.
So if we're going to Canada, you don't want to make the same mistake that I did when I went to Canada.
Yeah, didn't you call it like an international incident or something?
I did. Totally. No, it was funny. So I was I don't know, I think I was like 17. And I just went on a camping trip. And I was so far up north in Maine. We were at Moose Lake. I'm not sure if anyone out there knows what Moose Lake is, but it's up there in Maine. And you're basically right on the border. I think we were like 3 miles from the border where we were camping. And so my uncle was just like, hey, it'll be a cool experience. Just go to the border. You can, like, hop in the shop and, like, leave. Like, you don't have to go through the thing. Well, he accidentally went through the border. Like, because they didn't stop him. The Canadians were like, yeah, whatever. Like, there's no one even there, I don't think. Because we literally just drove through. We were in Canada, parked in the Canadian parking lot, went to the gift shop, went around. And then as we're, like, leaving, we're like, oh, crap. We're on the Canadian side.
Nice. So technically you smuggled Canadian goods back over the border.
Well, I mean, they stopped us and they were like, who are you people? You need documents. And of course, like, it's just my uncle and he has a bunch of kids with him, right? So we're all like, we don't have licenses. Like, we don't bring a birth certificate or, like, social security cards prove that we're U.S. citizens.
It's camping, man.
And he was like, can't you just look? Like, we literally just drove by you guys like 15 minutes ago and they were giving him a hard time. Like, we almost didn't make it back to the U.S. Yeah, they were being crazy about it, man.
Well, did he have like a 6-pack of Molson with him or something?
No.
Did he do something he shouldn't have been
I
doing?
wish.
I
wish, man.
Interesting. Well, they had to make their night interesting. If it's like probably a spot where it's not very busy.
Probably not. I mean, there wasn't like a ton of people. They're like, oh, shit, there they go.
Yep.
Americans trying to come back in.
All those damn kids. And their bubble gum.
We're only 8 hours from home. It's fine. Someone will save us.
I've never been to Canada. I've always wanted to go. I've always wanted to go to Toronto. I heard it's a beautiful city.
Mm-hmm.
They have really good food there, too, because the French cuisine's mixed in there.
Honestly, I want to go there, and I want to try poutine, like real poutine. Because we've had it here from, like, one of our local places, but
I've had it somewhere else, too, but it's not the same.
It's not the same, but it's delicious. But it's just not the same. I know it's not the same.
For a while, and then they closed. I think they closed right before COVID had even hit. There's a place in Lake Worth, downtown.
Yeah.
It was a poutine restaurant. Ooh. That's all they had. The whole menu was just that. I think they had a burger and like a hot dog on there too, but like it was like 10 different versions
of poutine.
Yes.
How? Oh, maybe there's something I don't understand about poutine. Oh. I know it's a thing.
Oh, it was really good. I admit. I mean, and they had like ones that was like covered with bacon and sausage.
Well, no, see, that sounds good. Yeah.
Then one had sauerkraut on top of it. Ooh. Oh, they had very interesting. They had the classic one with the cheese curds and all that, but they had all these different like variations. Yeah, it was really good. I was really upset when they closed. You felt good eating it, but boy, when you walked out of there, by the time you got to your car, you're like, oh my god,
you're like food coma.
Oh, I can't drive.
Have a brick.
Like I can't even drive, man.
How much cheese was in that?
Yeah, I need a drink. I can't even drive. I need the alcohol to thin out the cheese.
Thin out the blood a little bit.
Yeah, get a little blood thinning going on before I drive. Makes it better.
Yeah, I've always wanted to go up there.
Yeah,
I've been so close to the border so many times. I just never actually.
And now you're getting ready to do a trip too, aren't you?
Well, technically, when this comes out, I will be in Amsterdam.
I'll be in Iceland. Still doing your Viking training.
I'll still be doing my Viking training in Iceland. Yeah.
He's going to run up the mountain of the great volcano there, and he's going to get to the top of the mountain and grab a piece of volcano in his bare hand and scream some kind of Icelandic. Yeah. Right. Yeah. And then you become a Viking.
I think that's how it works.
Okay. All right.
Thor will hit me with lightning or something.
Exactly.
Exactly. That's how it
works.
And
obviously, you're going to look for some Iceland whiskey.
Yeah. They do have it.
They have whiskey, or is it liquor?
No, they have whiskey.
They have a whiskey.
They have a whiskey.
Is it a white whiskey?
No idea. I'll find out when I get there.
I wonder what it'd be like having like whiskey that's aged in barrels that are sitting like in the caves of like a caves of a iceberg. Like a ice. You know what I'm saying? Like
an ice cave.
Ice cave, something like that.
I don't know if they would age well because you need the heat. Maybe. You need the variation in temperature.
I mean, maybe it sits in there for like 50 years.
Bro, it would be so expensive.
Talking shit up my ass right now. It's like,
Tunnel just collapsed because of global
well,
warming.
maybe that's happening. That's why the ice is melting. They're heating up those caves.
Yeah, that's it. That's exactly why all the glaciers are melting. Is because Iceland is making whiskey in ice caves.
You heard it here first, folks.
New conspiracy theory.
More developing will be on my Instagram page later.
New conspiracy theories.
Iceland is the reason why the fuck they're making whiskey.
Because they're making whiskey in the holes in the ice.
That's awesome.
Damn.
You know, I want to make a documentary about that.
You're just gonna like walk into ice caves and be like, they ain't shit here. They moved because they knew we were coming.
They moved, but you can see where the burn marks are right here.
Just light it. Just
And I have a lighter. I have like my little torch lighter. I'm like,
I love it. Make it happen.
no, but actually, all kidding aside, that sounds like a really good trip. Like you hit Iceland, and where else are you going?
Amsterdam.
Oh,
So actually,
so don't do anything too stupid. Do stupid, but don't do too stupid.
well,
There's a
so
lot of stupid there.
there is a lot of stupid. Actually, one of the things that I'm kind of looking forward to is, I'm going with a small group of people, and
I'm ready for some ice cream.
yeah, you can. So I'm going with some friends of mine, and we're actually hitting up some like hard to get in museums while we're there in Amsterdam.
I love it. I love museums.
So I'm looking forward to that part. We have like an interesting, I think it's a dinner on Saturday. We're going to there was like a pirate radio station back in the 60s that was like pirate radio and television because it was all state.
In Iceland?
Yeah. Oh, no, in Amsterdam.
Oh, so okay. Wait, I'm sorry.
Yeah, so basically up until like the 60s, 70s, like it was all government controlled television over there. So they had this pirate radio station and pirate television station like out in the water that they used to pull in like international channels and stuff and feed it to the people so people could get like information outside of their country.
Okay.
So I thought that was pretty cool. But now they turned it into like some office space, but they also put a restaurant in it.
Ooh.
So we're gonna go there on Saturday.
Okay.
I think it's.
Is that where you're having whales?
No, Wales and Iceland.
Oh, Wales and Iceland. That's right.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm getting your whole thing confused.
Yeah, it's fine.
So
There's a lot going on.
So is like baby humpback?
I have no idea, dude. I have no idea. They just said
Baby
whale.
humpback.
It's like
Tastes like veal. Or it tastes like veal. You
veal
know.
of whales.
You know.
But no, I'm looking forward to it. I'll try the whale if it's available. Like, why? I plan on trying the
have
shark
to.
too, because why not?
Yeah, I mean, you know what?
If you're in another country,
As long as it's not like straight up raw fish that I'm eating, I can't believe it can't be that bad to eat. I'm sure it has like a sauce. It's cooked.
I have no idea.
I mean, they have chefs there. I'm assuming they cook there. I mean, they're Vikings. They go. They have
They have volcanoes that they cook in. They make bread in volcanoes.
That would be a pizza volcano. Pizza made. Oh my god! They have like a restaurant.
The restaurant on top of the volcano.
the world's only volcano brick oven.
Everyone has to wear gas masks because of the toxic fumes constantly.
That's awesome. That's like the best crust.
Perfectly crisp, not burnt.
So the caramel came out more with the ice in it. We actually we were babbling here, so we were let it breathe a little bit with the water, the ice melting. But the caramel definitely came out more. The rye kind of mellowed out a little bit.
Yeah, it's not as spicy smelling.
The spicy's gone. The baking spices are gone. It's more caramel. So let's see what happens here with the cinnamon. It's more nutmeg.
It definitely is.
Yeah, more nutmeg. A hint of pepper and that vanilla is there. This is on ice. This is good.
It is.
This is a great whiskey.
I like it neat
You should
or on
bring
ice.
this to Iceland with you and like be like the ambassador of whiskey for the Frisky whiskey.
I don't know if I can get it into the luggage. I think they'd be like, "You have an open bottle, sir." They're like, "Well, I'm exporting."
So you guys say I'm the ambassador of whiskey.
Yeah, I'll just wear the shirt and be like,
Yeah,
I am the Frisky whiskey.
Yeah, what the hell's wrong with you people? Do you know who I know?
And
Do
then
you
just
know
pull-
who I know?
I just pull out the whiskey and pour some.
Right here. Come on, take a shot, man. This is good stuff, man. Taste the caramel, taste the vanilla. See it?
Yeah, have some of this. All right.
Breathe while you drink it. Breathe while you drink it.
Not breathe it in. Don't breathe it in.
Oh, I like this neat or on ice. This is very tasty. On ice is kind of refreshing. It's not super hot out right now. We're in Florida. It's not super hot out today. It's actually kind of a nice day.
Yeah.
It's actually nice being outside today here.
It is.
Like when we were doing a show with Rob last week, it was
It was
humid.
it was a bit spicy.
Me and Rob, I think, were having a sweating contest
Yeah,
at one point.
I was still dry.
I don't know. I hate people like you.
It's just my life, dude.
People, like I'm at some places, I'm like, my shirt's wet, drenched, and there's like these people in front of me who are not even sweating. They're looking at me like I'm disgusting. I'm like, it's fucking 500 degrees out. It's
wrong with
it's
you?
like 1,000 degrees humidity. It's like, like, how could you not sweat? What's wrong with you? You have no sweat glands. You're not human.
I think my body's just better at regulating.
Yeah, mine's not.
Your body's like quick
I know,
water.
My body, one thing my body regulates is a hamburger.
And whiskey.
And whiskey.
And whiskey.
Oh, you know, I've been lucky lately. Because I have a 12-year-old. So I got some good cereals in my house right now. I got Fruity Pebbles,
Ooh.
Cocoa Pebbles.
Ooh.
Then I also got Frankenberry, and I got so they didn't have Count Chocula, which I was kind of surprised.
Yeah.
But they have this. They brought in a new character a couple years ago. I can't remember. It's a girl character. She's kind of like an Elvira-ish character.
Yeah.
So they have like this monster mix up. It has all of them together. So it's like all the flavors mixed together in one one thing. So we got that.
Nice.
So like watching football Monday night. You know, after I took my class in bed with a bowl of Cocoa Pebbles, man.
Fruity Pebbles is like my second favorite cereal.
Oh, it's awesome. It's like when it gets wet too. It's like soft but crunchy at the same time. I don't know how it does that.
I don't know.
And the milk.
Yep.
The milk when it's that Fruity Pebble that tie dye milk. Oh, it's the best, man.
It is.
It is the best.
Actually, we brought up cereals probably like 3-4 weeks ago, and it actually put me on a binge of eating cereals.
Oh, did it?
Yeah, dude.
Okay.
I just was like, man, I forgot all about cereal because I don't normally eat breakfast. I usually skip breakfast. So then I was like, all right, Instacart, I need all of the cereals, and I just started ordering so many boxes of cereal.
Honeycomb, Sugar Pops,
So I
Captain Crunch with the berries.
I had the original Captain Crunch.
Nice.
That's always going to be
You know,
my
they have
favorite.
a Hollywood now, right? They have a Hollywood now.
Yeah.
So.
But I like the classic. The classic has a
me
good
too.
sentimental thing behind it for me.
Now, are you a
but, like,
Crunchberry guy too?
I enjoy it.
Okay.
But my favorite like fruit, I'm going to use that in quotes because you can't really call it fruit. Is Fruity Pebbles. Like
Fruity Pebbles,
that is my jam.
That is an awesome cereal.
And if you eat too much of it, it cuts up your mouth.
Oh yeah. Oh.
Yeah, with like bleeding into your cereal.
I would sometimes like, especially when I was a teenager and get a hold of that cereal. I'd eat the whole box like watching cartoons as a teenager. I mean, literally eat the whole box.
Oh yeah.
And then like be sick for hours, not understanding why I'm sick.
Oh no, so I never got sick. I would just like go out and skateboard and then I'd burn it off and then
Yeah, I'd go out and play football and throw up and decide and go back out and play football with the guys or play basketball in the heat in Florida when I was a kid growing up. You know, we didn't know what heat was back then.
You were heat hurt a lot.
Yeah, oh wow, it probably was.
Actually, I played in Blizzard, so it's fine.
Yeah, so yeah, no, I don't like that kind of football. Football's needs to be played in the sun, in the heat. Oh, this is some good stuff, though.
It is.
This is
So honestly, like
there
were so many mixed reviews. Like it was literally down the middle with what I was reading.
Now look, I'm not going to compare it to what this one review said, calling it the.
It is not even close to the
Macallan.
Macallan.
No.
Not
It
even
is a
close.
good Canadian whiskey. It's a good straight up rye, 100% rye. It's a good whiskey. It's just a good drinking. This is good drinking whiskey.
This is a good drinking
Yeah.
whiskey.
So people out there, my people, all you, including the Amish,
all of the people.
3 fingers high. It's a really good 12-year-old rye.
Find it. It's not
find
super
it,
expensive. I think it's readily available.
Look online when I was doing my research. It was a lot of different places you could get it.
Yeah.
A lot of.
It
different
wasn't
places.
like a hidden thing or anything like that.
This one had a little more limitedness to it, if you will.
Yeah, I think they were only at the larger retailers.
Yeah.
That one's at the larger retailers, but Three Fingers, like I was saying it, like Inlet, I think had some. Total Wine had some. ABC had some. You know, other small ones around us had some. So super easy to come by.
Yeah, super easy.
And it's, you know, honestly for $46, like it's not the strongest rye you're ever gonna have.
No, I mean it's
not
80 proof.
It's not the rye-est rye you're ever gonna have.
Nope, not at all. But it's a drinking
solid flavor.
It's
like,
a drinking
really
whiskey.
Yeah.
It's a drinking whiskey. This is I could sit here and drink this, watch football, and not even realize it, but it would be like down to 3/4. I mean, 3/4 would be gone.
You have 3 fingers high at that point.
But at that point, exactly. Exactly. Yeah, you got to finish the whole bottle at that point.
Yeah, well, I mean, then you may as well.
You know,
You're already in it.
Yep.
So I think it's time to go on to the treaty.
So this one's a treat. This one's going to be, it's not going to be in the same category as these two, because I've already had, so obviously the bottle's open, okay? So these two are over here. I'm going to be honest with you. I already know this, okay?
Yeah.
This is a very unique, and I'm going to talk a lot about this for a second.
Okay.
Because when I did my research, I just no way in the world I can get a flavor profile for that particular bottle. Impossible.
Well, because it's unique.
Yes. But they have other unique ones. That's why they're even harder. It's not just that one bottle that's unique. So,
Well, we've had Treaty Oak before.
Have we?
Yeah.
We got Noble Oak.
No, we had Treaty Oak.
When?
So on our the June Madness, the 4th rye that Steven brought was a Treaty Oak.
Which one was that one?
I don't.
Let's call Steve right now. Let's get him on the phone right now. No, I'll listen because I was just reading up on that. I wonder which one he has. Because this one is 134 proof.
Let me ask him. His was 136. That was that 136 one.
Okay, how many years aged that? I would let him know.
I'll text him real quick.
Okay.
I'll text him. We'll see if we can get the answer while we're here.
So I'm going to talk about this real quick before we even start pouring, and we got to clean our glasses.
Yeah, we do.
So it's a Treaty Oak, 11-year-old, 8-month. Am I saying this word right? Shenley? Shenley? Shenley Reserve Rye. Okay, so there's a little story behind Shenley. Okay. Shenley's actually in Canada. Treaty Oak's in Texas.
This might actually be the rye, now that I'm thinking about it.
I don't know. Let's ask him. We have to know. I sent you that picture. Send that picture. Say, is this the one that you have?
I'll just take another picture of it because I don't care. I'm already in it to win it right now. I'm texting Steve.
I'm going to clean your thing and start out the window.
Thank you.
So, but Treaty Oak has they're out of Texas, and they actually Treaty Oak's one of those places like to give back. And remember, I think it was Noble Oak. Mm-hmm. Interesting, Treaty Oak, Noble Oak. That they do the same thing that Noble Oak does, and they give to that same tree society.
Really?
Yeah, and they've donated enough to plant 300 trees.
Just hold on, move your hand.
Oh, sorry. I thought you're handing it to me.
No, taking a picture.
So I got this from Inlet Harbor Liquors, which is we talk about Inlet a lot. It's over there in Riviera Beach, right by the bridge.
Yep, love that place too.
So this is one of their barrel selects. Mm-hmm. All right, so it even says Inlet Harbor Liquors. It's barrel number 1323. It's at 134 proof. So the mash bill. So when I was doing my research, right, to find a 11-year-old, 8-month-old bottle in my research was impossible. Now they have a 12-year-old. They have a 13-year-old and a 14-year-old. I'm wondering which one we had that night now because I don't remember that drinking it. I remember drinking with him.
I might actually have the picture of it.
Actually, it should be on our. It should be on. Do we call it out on our podcast page?
I'm pretty sure we did. I'm looking now.
Now,
I'm looking.
Treaty Oak. Go to their website. They have a bunch of different bottles of whiskeys, and they also make gin too.
Okay.
One of their whiskeys, which look really, really good to me, is their peach julep.
Peach julep
whiskey. So it's a bottle, and they like how the premixes are coming out very popular now. It uses cane sugar, some kind of bitters, some kind of peach thing, and then the whiskey.
Damn. Okay. And
it's supposed to be very, very good. Got great reviews. I looked into that one a little bit, so I kind of got into that one a little bit. But Treaty Oak they have a regular bourbon. They have like about 5 different whiskeys or 4 different whiskeys, but this particular one, how do you say it again?
I believe it's Shenley.
Shenley.
Yeah, that was it. That's the exact one. 134 proof.
So we've had this before.
We've had this before. Hell yeah.
Well, we're going to drink it again today. Because I'm looking forward to this one again.
Yeah, so this one...
Wow, so that tells you how much my brain is just fried. I don't remember anything.
This one, we actually had it with the June Battle of the Ryes, the June Madness Battle of the Ryes with Steve. This is his pick. We told him to pick one and bring it.
Oh, my gosh.
So this one actually
I'm kind of whiskey embarrassed right now.
Don't be. We've done many shows. I mean, that was... what was that?
Oh, that was a
I don't remember. That was... I don't remember what episode
or something like that.
It was back there.
Yeah, it was back there. But, let's talk about because we didn't talk deep into it.
Well, yeah, we weren't really doing that at the time.
Mm-hmm.
Episode 18.
Episode 18. So there's a possible mash bill of 50% rye, 30% corn, 8% barley. Now, it's distilled in Canada in the Gilpin Township. Mm-hmm. Or this is where I get a little iffy, okay? I'm gonna go into this in a little second. Then it's finished in Texas. I'm going to read the side of the bottle because I was always going to retype all this. Sourced from the now shuttered Shenley Distillery in Canada. So shuttered means closed.
Yeah.
Okay. This bottle contains the last batch of rye whiskey made with that particular mash bill. Mature and complex from years of interaction between whiskey and barrel. The aging is finished in high heat right in the heart of Texas. So it's bottled in Canada, brought to Texas, and
so it's distilled and bottled up there. Or no, it's not bottled there. It would be distilled up in Canada and then brought down.
Shuttered.
So
shuttered means closed.
In my opinion, yes, it would.
So
it could just be that they have like the barrels, so they brought the barrels down and they let them age.
No, it's a product of Canada. So this is coming from Canada.
Well, no, they distilled it up there,
Right?
And then they barreled it.
So I'm wondering.
And then they brought them down.
if these guys have access to that distillery and they let them use that distillery, and they have barrels of that original rye. Because I looked into it. Shinley is actually a well-known name brand back in the day. In fact, it was one of Canada's biggest selling whiskeys in the 60s, 70s.
Huh.
Yes. So it's interesting.
That is interesting.
But they closed in 84, 85-ish.
So maybe it's like they had some whiskeys chilling out.
But there are barrels still available. There is a
they must have left them like aging after they closed.
Yeah. So someone out there must have found them, keeping care of them, and then maybe they're working with these guys.
Could you imagine coming across a rick house in the middle of the woods from a distillery that closed like 20 years ago? And you're just like, well, shit.
Oh, shit. We got our Frisky whiskey, that don't we? Frisky whiskey. So this is 134 proof. This has got some kick to it.
Yeah, I remember it being it was the hottest one we had drank before.
So real quick on their history, Treaty Oak was founded by Daniel Barnes in 2006. It was at the time the fourth distillery operating in Texas. Okay. Treaty Oak Distillery is named after the famous 500-year-old tree in Austin, under which Stephen F. Austin signed agreements defining the borders of Texas.
Ooh.
Well, kind of cool.
That is kind of cool.
That's the history I got. I mean, out of the three, we had something at least out of these guys. Cool website. Check out their website. So how they donate money is like for every barrel that they go through, they donate money to this tree place.
Okay.
And you should look into it. It's kind of cool. They've helped plant 300 trees.
I like that.
Yeah. Did we clean up? Actually,
we did. All right. You cleaned mine because I was busy
so
texting
now
Steve.
Because there were like really no the reviews I couldn't trust because reviews are on the 12-year-old. Because they have a 12-year-old, a 13 or 14-year-old, right?
Yeah.
So the reviews I found were for those. Could not find one for this 11-year-old.
Well, because this is a barrel pick, right? So that means they bought the barrel, and things happen.
Things happen.
Things happen all the time.
So I've already had a couple of these. Actually, I had some of this the other night, actually, on Saturday night. I think I had them watching.
Right.
Well, actually, I'm not going to do that yet. I have some with ice. Because I think last time we did this with Steve, we did the water. So we're going to do ice today.
Yes.
Not knowing that this was already done with Steve because I don't remember anything because I have no memory. Clean living, people. It's all clean living.
It was 4 months ago.
Dude, I could barely remember last week, man.
I'm the same, so it's fine. I just remember looking at it, and it kind of was like, I recognize it, but I don't know.
Palate.
I don't trust my eyes sometimes. It's good. All right. So you didn't have any nose or anything?
There's nothing because there's nothing I could trust out there because everything was on the reviews on the 12 and 13, so I couldn't grab those. That wouldn't be right.
So
there's some oak in there for sure. There's definitely oak.
There's rye spice.
There's some rye in there.
Caramels.
Caramel's definitely spicy because my nose is burning right now. But it's a good
nice
smell.
Yeah,
it's a good smell. So let's go in.
Oof.
There's some heat behind there, man.
Oh, yeah,
There's some heat there, man.
It's crazy, too, because as soon as you take a sip, it just goes over your tongue. It's like all that
it's like smooth and hot at the same time. It's kind of weird. There's definitely caramel in there. There's definitely the spice. The oak is in there.
So I'm actually getting an interesting...
There's something else in there. Yeah, I got to go back in. Hold on.
It's like candy. Like Jolly Ranchers almost, in a weird way. Like a green apple Jolly Rancher. Not in a gross way. I'm
kind of sour. Yeah.
I'm trying to explain, like, there's like a sweetness to it, but then there's like a sour, and it's really good. I just don't know how else to describe it.
I like this. This is tasty. Now, like, look, we're talking about two different worlds here right now,
yeah.
Right, between these two. I mean, these are... I don't know if I'd call this classic Canadian whiskey because it's new and whatever.
I like Crown Royal better.
Well, like I said, we weren't going to do Crown Royal. It's not fair to do Crown Royal in this fight. It's just not fair.
Well, I'm just saying.
But I think we should do Crown Royal Rye one night.
Oh, yeah.
Just to say we did it, you know. The Three Fingers, I think that's a great whiskey. I think we need to explore more Canadian whiskeys. Mm-hmm. Maybe next time we'll do a flavor, Canadian Skittles.
Yeah.
Something like that.
The Canadian Skittles episode.
Delay reaction to that one,
I'm like, I guess, we can do it.
We can do it. Hey, there's our mascot.
Hey, It's Leroy.
So our mascot's walking around our patio right now. He's Leroy, the inspiration of our logo, the cat. He doesn't drink whiskey though.
It's all right, and he's not a dead cat either.
He's not a dead cat. He likes his catnip though, especially in the morning. He likes a little catnip in the morning.
Yeah,
gets a little crazy and then he crashes out on the patio all day.
It's a good life.
You know, if there's reincarnation, if that actually exists, I want to come back to the loved dog or loved cat. Right. Loved, very important. That word loved,
because not just a dog or a cat.
I'm more worried about their comfort than my own comfort.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like they have it good here. They definitely have it good here. But this is really good. Now, I would never make a cocktail with this. I would definitely make a cocktail with this.
Yeah.
I want to keep the bottle. But I mean, like 134 proof. It's not ripping my heart out either. The burn. No. You know, I mean, this is.
Well,
really
I remember
nice.
the first time we tried it. It was hot for us. Like we were like, "Ooh, man!" Like, but that was the first time we were
young.
We were sitting in that comfortable like 80s to like 92 range.
Yeah, we hadn't really gone past 100 much. Besides the 100 proof bottle of bonds.
Yeah, besides the bottle, but those are different.
Yeah,
those are different because they don't have the same punchy as like rye does. Like rye spice is a very unique, all its own type of flavor. So bourbon is just usually sweet, right? Okay. Whereas rye is like, it's a burn.
Okay.
Yeah.
No,
I like this.
This has a great burn. You know who would like this?
Steve.
Well, Steve. Yeah, right. Steve and his entourage Oompa Loompas. Vivian.
She would.
She likes her heat. I know she's not big on rye, but this is not a rye. So, I mean, it is a rye because it's 53% rye, but it's still. I think she would like this.
I think there's enough different flavors where, she would.
Yeah.
But no, I really like this. Like tasting it now after a period of time and like palate maturity, I definitely can say like I enjoy this heck of a lot more than the first time.
Oh yeah, me too.
I didn't, because the way he described it, he made it sound like it was so rare you'd never see it again. And
I found it months later, obviously. So I bet you, if I take a guess, I bet you Inlet probably had barrels put aside for them, and they release them periodically. Yeah, because it wasn't there one time we went there.
No, it wasn't.
It wasn't. And the guy was pushing it on me, actually, when I was there. And I'm like, looking at him like, yeah, 134 proof, $99, Texas Canadian, why not? I just don't remember, obviously, from 4 months ago. And I don't remember drinking, so I don't remember the flavor profiles at all from 4 months ago.
To be fair, though, it was the last one we had.
Right, we were already into our drinking at that point. So, but I've been sipping it, and I like this. I mean, this is a great whiskey. So they make a 10-year-old. That's their standard. So if you go on their website right now, you can't buy the 10-year-old either right now. Yeah. So they're limited releases, no matter how you look at it. But their 10-year-old is like their main one, and then they make these other ones, like maybe these 12, 11, 12, 13, and 14s I'm seeing out there in pricing are ones that are barrel selects for certain places. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. Maybe they have those relationships with different liquor stores that care about whiskey. Now, price point wise, although it says $99 where I got it from, what I'm seeing, even from the regular 10-year-old one, I'm seeing price points from $69 for the regular 10-year-old to almost $400 or $500 for like the 14-year-old.
Interesting.
So I'm seeing a flux of prices, and obviously I'm not finding that price because no one else is going to have it probably than these guys. Yeah. At Inlet.
Well, I mean, anybody who's picked up a barrel and spent the money on the barrel.
Right. Yeah. So, I can't tell you other than if you see Treaty Oak, they have about 4 or 5 different whiskeys. Check them out. Yeah. That mint julep one, the peach julep one really got my attention. Because, look, there's a new phase going on. A lot more pre-made cocktails are being put.
And the cool part about those things, right, is you're getting the base liquor.
Yes.
With
the mix.
And
so they're mixing, and it clearly calls out what they mixed in it.
Yeah.
They only had 4 ingredients. The cane sugar. Yeah. Some kind of peach.
You might have to add in like the stuff that spoils, like fruits and juices.
Yeah, for yourself, right. But I mean, if I got that bottle, I just get some crushed ice and a mint, a little mint spring, and throw that puppy in there. I'm gonna get some bottle. That's it. I'm gonna order it tomorrow. Well,
it's happening.
Yeah, it's gonna be happening. While you're traveling tomorrow, when you come back, there'll be some peach julep whiskey waiting for you.
Yes.
Yes. Now, look, well, you're in Denmark, and I talked to you about this before. I'm going to remind you again.
Netherlands.
I've heard, I don't care where it's called. I heard, you know where you're going. Amsterdam. All right? Look, in between the hookers and the weed and the drugs and the alcohol, hit some liquor stores. Apparently, Germany makes a rye.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? I would think in that region, that whole area.
It's got to be there.
It's got to be there. Because it's like the United States. Like, I can get Kentucky whiskey here in Florida.
Yeah.
So, like, how far is Germany from Amsterdam?
I don't,
You're a ride. You're a ride, right? So that's like probably going from like Philadelphia to like Boston.
I actually have no idea.
I have no idea. I'm just talking shit. Anyway, look for that, please, because I'm curious. And actually, I'm kind of curious what other whiskeys you find. If it makes sense to ship it back, you ship it back.
I mean, honestly, I'm going to go there and I'm going to look for deals. Yeah. And then even if it's stuff that I already know, if it's cheaper than what I can find it here and I like it, I'm picking it up.
Yeah, I get it.
So I'm bringing 2 suitcases. Right. One giant one not as giant one.
Okay. All right. This is the other one just to bring stuff back.
It's going to have other stuff in it, but yeah, it's going to be for protecting the whiskey.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah, there's got to be like an Icelandic, not so much a whiskey, but like I know Italy and Greece, they make, Italy makes this thing called grappo, which is like it's like almost like a moonshine when it comes right down to it. You just shoot, you don't sip it, you shoot it. Greek makes the very similar thing.
Iceland literally has a whiskey.
But I'm pretty sure Iceland has something like that though.
They have a whiskey.
But they have a
like a moonshine-ish.
Yeah. If they have it, it makes sense to get it.
I mean, that's kind of like how everything was made first. Like that's before whiskey was moonshine.
Yeah, but we could experiment with it.
Yeah.
Make it like an Iceland old fashioned. Who knows?
Stop making stop it.
All right, I'll stop. So when you get back from your
my shenanigans,
we are going to do our first mixologist show.
Yeah.
We are ready. We got the vermouths, and we got the whiskey. We got the table. We got it. We're ready to go, man.
Yeah.
It's just because selfishly you're going on a nice vacation. Yeah. Selfishly,
I know.
We do it next week. But you ruined it.
I would, but I'm not going to be here.
Are you going with us to the Oktoberfest?
Yeah.
Okay, 21st.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, we plan on doing.
We should do it. We should have a mini live show there, like an Instagram show.
Oh yeah, we should.
Yeah,
that'd be fun.
Oh yeah, we'll find some kind of weird thing that we can figure out to do there.
Yeah. Like drink.
Yeah. Weird little thing to do there,
A weird thing to do. Drink.
Beer.
Right.
Beer.
Beer.
And we're gonna have the German with us, I think.
Ooh.
Yes.
Nice.
I'm bringing in the German for the German Fest.
We have to.
Oktoberfest, absolutely.
He's the only German one out of us, so he needs to be there.
Yes, he is. Actually, we should have him on the show one night because I think he'd get into this. And he's one of our most adored fans. He listens to every single episode. He has not missed an episode yet.
Okay.
He's more of a rum guy.
That's what I was going to ask. I was like, isn't he more of a rum guy?
He's a rum guy, but I think he'd have fun.
I have an idea. For the episode that we bring him on, we just find rum-aged whiskeys.
Okay.
They don't have to be expensive. They don't have to be crazy. No. But if we find them, some of them are crazy.
Probably find more scotches in that line.
Doesn't matter. Whatever we can. A whiskey that has been aged with rum.
I will gladly pull back out my chicken cock.
I know you will.
Island Rooster.
We may let him try that one.
Because that one he should try.
It shouldn't be on the show again, though.
True. But I think we should have him on the show. I think he'd have a good time on the show.
All right.
And he's fun to hang out with.
He is.
He is actually very fun to hang out with. Yes.
All right. It's been decided. The people demand it. And I think by people, it's you and Wolfie.
The Huns and Danes.
Did you just say the Huns?
The Huns and the Danes. Yes. I thought my college professor, the Huns came down from the north and took the whiskey and shared it with the Danes in the south.
Look, there is whiskey. All right, give us the ice. That's the step we're on. So we didn't do ice last time. We did water.
So maybe it'll be different this time. I don't know.
I'm wondering.
You grab your own ice. I'm not touching your ice.
I don't want you to touch my ice.
Yeah.
It was just ice. Moisture.
All right, so we are going into phase 2 of the Trinity Oak, which we've tried before. We're trying it again. This is almost like a deja vu.
It's the Canada deja vu.
Oh, Canada. Did you ever see that movie Canadian Bacon?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. All right.
It's the one with John Candy, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And he's like driving the truck, and he like loses his shit on somebody.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. Oh no, he has like the racist thing, like slurs all over the truck.
Yes. Yes.
And then the cop pulls him over. Yeah, okay.
It's such a good movie.
It is. Yeah, that's a good one. That's a funny one. You can't make movies like that anymore. And John Candy's, bless his heart.
Bless his heart.
That exploded.
That fat fucker's heart died.
He exploded.
Dude, look how big he was.
I know. Both
Onward.
as a star, but also.
So, I told you I lost 20 pounds, but I've kind of leveled off a little bit. Like,
Yeah, that
I'm not
happens.
going to say I felt off my diet, but I haven't really tracking it either.
Yeah, it's all good.
It's all good. Look, I wore a shirt today at my daughter's game that I couldn't wear 2 months ago, so I'm happy.
You're making progress.
I'm making progress.
You're making progress. That's what it's all about.
So the smell mellowed more.
It's actually a little sweeter.
Yeah, it's actually got sweeter, so maybe that caramel, that vanilla's in there.
It's definitely caramel and vanilla now.
Yeah.
Like 100%. Like
Actually,
you can smell it.
that caramel is it's the first thing up front, yes.
There's still a little bit of spice in there.
Barely. Yeah, it's not burning my nose like it was.
It's a little bit of rye spice.
Yeah. I can't believe me and Steve got the same bottle.
That's funny as hell.
Kick his pet Oompa. So you get ready for Halloween?
No.
It's coming up, man. No.
Are you throwing a party?
No.
I'm not-
Actually, what day is Halloween on?
Sunday?
Ugh. Is it really on a Sunday?
know.
I don't like doing anything on Sunday besides watch football and not be bothered by the human race.
Well, I don't think you're going to have a choice, my friend. I'm going to look real quick. Hold
So
on.
I'm working on my
before
costume, man. I might be like...
Okay, it's a Tuesday.
Oh, it's even worse.
Yeah, no.
It's even worse.
It's like an inconvenient
Halloween
one.
should always just be forced to be on a Friday. No, the last Friday of October. What's wrong with that?
Or Saturday.
What is wrong? Last
Friday or
Saturday of October.
Saturday. It doesn't matter.
Why do we force other things in this country? Why don't we just force...
You know-
Halloween is always the last Saturday of the month.
It's kind of like...
It's not. I mean, it's religious to some people. It's not really a religious holiday.
No. I think pagans, right? They have something with it, I think. I don't know. I'm just making shit up here.
Pagans aren't my people, so I don't.
But they'll just celebrate it anyways on the 31st.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, I'm working on my costume. I don't know. I'm not sure what I'm gonna be yet. I'm working on it still. Like Buck Rogers or
I'm
Gandhi.
gonna be-
maybe Gandhi.
I'm going to be exactly what I am right now.
I think Gandhi's got a costume for me.
Were you going to be like a mix between Gandhi and Buddha?
Yeah, Gandhi. If Gandhi had my body, that starvation thing would have lasted years. So wrong. Actually, I'm taking my daughter to Spirit on Saturday. She wants to get some ideas for her costume. She's not sure what she wants to be this year.
Oh, now's a good time to do it before it gets all bought out and
Yeah,
everything.
exactly.
And they just opened the one. No, they closed that one.
Well, no, they opened one up. Actually, it's on US 1. It's like in Juneau. Like you know where that big plaza is.
Oh, yeah, I know what you're talking about. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Used to be like a furniture store in there.
Yep.
It's in there. We went there last year. It was awesome. But you know what they had last year, which I may buy this year for adults. It actually had stuff for adults. Remember those old school costumes from the 70s?
Yeah.
Where it was like the plastic
Yeah.
costume and the mask. They have those for adults.
Ooh.
So I think this year I may be like Flash or Aquaman or
Do
like
it.
Spider-Man.
Do it.
I think I want to do it.
Why not?
Yeah.
It's funny.
Yeah, she's not sure what she wants to be. So I got to do my decorations for the yard too on Saturday and Sunday.
That's
And actually,
a little bit
and,
floral, by the way. You got a little floral now that is
The words
sitting
we're
there.
breathing.
Yeah. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No, sorry, I'm just babbling anyway.
So something about
I'm doing my decorations, but I'm also waiting for one more piece that's not going to get here until Tuesday. So I do like a whole like nativity scene, if you will, for Halloween in my front yard.
nativity scene.
You know,
We got the devil over here. with
So
the
I do
ghosts.
a whole graveyard scene in my front yard. I got skeletons coming out of the ground. I got a guy hanging off this tree with swings. But now this year I bought a dead body
Nice.
wrapped up in hanging, and I got this giant evil clown thing.
Nice.
So I got to get a fake knife for it. So I have him next to the hanging body, and if you go near the clown, it's going to talk to you.
I like that.
Yes.
Did you see the it's not Halloween, but it reminds me of it. It's the dude I think it was last year, the year before for Christmas, he did Santa Claus or like the guy hanging from like the gutters.
Yes.
And then like the police were called and everyone like tried to save him and he was like, "Wait, what? This is my decoration."
My decoration. So with ice, this is still not bad, right? I mean, it just, I think it brought out more sweetness to the flavor. But it still has a heat. It still has a little bite to it behind it.
So that feeling before, where literally like as you took a sip and it washed over and there was the sweetness and then like a sour apple almost, that's gone. But it is sweet, and there's like you get the rye spice now a lot more. It's much more defined now that you don't have that alcohol on there.
Look,
it's nice.
Like I said, you can't compare these two with that one at all. And there's no way. I mean, take this one out of the picture altogether, right? Take the swear jar out of the picture altogether.
Oh fuck!
It doesn't. It doesn't. It's just two different levels.
Yeah.
I think this is like more of an upper echelon of drinking. $99 a bottle. If you're gonna get it, run right now. When you hear this, which is gonna be in the future.
It's on Wednesday.
I'm sure they have some more bottles left at Inlet, and I'm pissed off because every time I go to Inlet and I buy 2 bottles off their Slick Barrel row, I haven't won yet.
Give it time, man.
I know.
You have better odds than winning the lottery, so
I came so close to hitting the Powerball yesterday.
Did you?
I came so close. I had no numbers whatsoever, but I was close to every one of them.
In my mind.
In my mind. Actually, no, I take it back. I got one Powerball number. I think I won like $12.
Oh, nice.
So I'm going to take that $12, parlay it into another ticket.
I got 7.
Did you?
Yeah.
Okay.
I got the Powerball in one number.
Okay. I think I got $12 though.
So you got like a Powerball in 2 numbers.
Yes.
It's a joke. It's a scam, all of it.
What's sad is like if you don't play, you don't have a chance to win, and you don't have a chance to win if you play. It's one of those things. It's kind of because the odds are against you to even. You have a better chance of going on a plane and getting hit by a golf cart flying into midair than.
Yeah. Like, how did the golf cart get 30,000 feet? Oh. But that you have a better chance of that.
Yes, than winning the lotto, winning Powerball,
of winning the lottery in general.
In general, yes.
No, I only play once it gets up into like when you're in the high millions of dollars,
me too.
Hundreds of millions.
Yeah, now we're in the billions.
I'm like, I'll start playing.
I gotta throw $20 at it. I mean, it's more or less.
It's literally like I'll throw $10 here, $20 there. Depends, right?
Yeah.
Like I still have that $7 ticket, so I might swing by the store tomorrow before I take off on all my trips.
Yeah.
And I might actually pick up a ticket.
Oh, you should,
and then throw it into my office, and just like when I come
yes.
back, I'll be surprised if I won
buy a
$5.
To buy a ticket tomorrow morning before you leave.
Yeah.
You got it. I mean, how could you not? Honestly, how can you not?
It'd be the greatest
it'd
Cinderella
be
story.
Not to. It'd be reckless not.
It's a Cinderella story.
Yeah.
I come back and I'm a
Cinderella
billionaire.
story. Man out of nowhere comes back from Amsterdam. And he's a billionaire.
And the Frisky Whiskey production value would go way
Oh, it
up.
would change. I would hope it would change dramatically. I would hope you take care of the Frisky Whiskey.
We would have a backdrop right here.
A real bad. We have a real studio.
We'd have a studio.
Yeah, probably a house as a studio. Probably at that point, just buy a house for a studio.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'd turn the whole house into a studio. Yeah.
All right, so I think we're coming to the end of our night.
Yeah.
It was a good night tonight. So we had 3 Canadians. One was kind of Texas Canadian. One we had before, I don't remember. But actually, I'm kind of glad we relived it because I actually enjoyed it. 3 Fingers High, great whiskey. Buy it for somebody. It's at the $46 price point. I think you can't go wrong with a Canadian whiskey at that.
Actually, yeah, with all the mixed reviews, it actually I think is worth it.
I think it's a very good whiskey, 12-year-old rye. It's a very good rye.
I'm glad I picked that one up.
Yep. The Treaty Oak. Check out Treaty Oak in general. You can't get that bottle unless you live locally.
We've had other Treaty Oaks. Like, they're good.
Check out their website. Check out Treaty Oak. If you see it in your local liquor store, go online. You could buy it online. Yeah. Check out that peach julep Treaty Oak. I'm really curious about that. If you get it before I do, let me know. Hit us up on Instagram. Follow us on YouTube.
Yeah.
Follow us on
like our
anywhere.
Yeah.
Just follow us.
We're also on Facebook now.
Are we on Facebook?
We're on Facebook.
I haven't looked yet. I gotta go.
You're
look.
welcome.
Okay. So when I go to the store, I have an alias I use when I go to Facebook. It's going to ask you to accept me. Just accept any weird name that comes out in the next 24 hours. Yes, I'm gonna have to. But follow us. Great night tonight. Great whiskeys. And actually, we're actually going to finish tonight. We're going to finish our whiskeys off with a. So I have a My Father's cigar.
All right.
Robusto. And you have a...
I have the Tatuaje, I believe this is the Noble, the Havana Noble.
Nice.
Yeah.
So we got these from a mixed pack from Fox Cigars. Yeah. And if you were on our show, if you listened to our show last week with the Willet, Purple Top Willet, we had somebody from Fox Cigars on our show, Rob, Cigar Guy, which was very fun last week. But we have some great cigars to do tonight, and I think we had a great evening. Swear jar, great bottle, great marketing, I gotta try their flavored ones. 3 Fingers, awesome. Get it for somebody. Treaty Oak, treat yourself.
Yep.
Yes. Get the 12-year-old if you find it. If you find whatever you can find.
Absolutely.
Those weird ones. But T.I., as always.
Yeah, cheers, sir.
Frisky whiskey.
Have a good evening, everybody.